first heard you were moving online, what were your initial thoughts?
It was initially going to be a test. We were told that we were going to have all of our classes online for 1 week and then we would go back to in person lecture.
I'm a very introverted person at first. Um, so the pressures of not having to meet classmates, not having to interact with teacher, any of that. And I was like, yep, this is for me.
Fall experience was characterized by how dissimilar it was from my spring experience.
There's something about that lack of intimacy with your professor. When you're in an environment of people who are going through the same experience as you're going through, it kind of pushes you to do better.
There are lots of exceptions and accommodations made for students in that spring semester when the virtual learning started. However, in the fall semester, that was not the case. The lenient pass fail policies were all taken away for my school specifically at NYU. I also had some very awful experiences trying to get additional help with like my TAs and tutoring sessions before we could walk into an open or scheduled office hour. With Zoom, I guess, things are just it's a lot harder to get help and it was just a lot harder to perform well for my experience.
Some serious decision making needed to be made on parts of several students worldwide as a second spring online semester was announced.
I was seriously considering taking that fall off. My parents felt that it wasn't worth it because if my reasoning was to take off because of the remote semester, they felt like and correctly predicted that the spring semester would also be remote. Being remote was and continuing my education, just finishing my degree was the best choice at this point.
If I'm working on something personally, like I'm all eyes for it. But like this online stuff, I have no motivation for it. So I can't. I just can't. Why force myself to do that when I can take time? I can wait for things to calm back down, even though it looks like it'll never calm back down. But I can try and wait it out, and then put myself back in a learning environment to where I can get to a better place.
I am personally hoping that my classes are back in person. Even if they're not in person, I will say that Zoom makes it a little bit more convenient to take classes. I'm worried that professors or teachers might use the accessibility that Zoom gives them to their advantage.
I said this when the pandemic started, but 2022 is when it'll be over. I might try and come back next semester, but if it's much of the same thing, then I'm just gonna do what I'm doing right now and hope for the best.